Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Philanthropone, and I'm back with another brand new news video here. I wanted to talk a little bit about the PSVR2. Now, I know this subject is not like brand new breaking news, but I wanted to talk a little bit about how it has now been confirmed that original PSVR1 games will not work on the PSVR2, which is huge and only adds to something I mentioned in another video where it might be a good idea to collect, if you're a collector, some of the PSVR games that you're fond of in physical format, like an actual disc. Because not only are these the only form of physical VR games available to date, because, you know, boxed PC games aren't a thing anymore, but they will be totally unplayable on the PSVR 2. Now, some of the bigger games probably will get ported over, don't get me wrong, but we have little to no confirmation of which ones will. So for those that don't get ported over, there will now only be one device that you could play this on. Not only physically, but digitally, because games literally won't run. So it's not like this is only a physical media situation going on here. Like, could you imagine if a game like Moss didn't get ported over? Like, that would be crazy. And out of all the hard copies that I have, this baby right here, brand new unopened, is my prized possession. I paid $93 for it on eBay. You cannot find it anymore in the Perp Games store, which is the publisher who made physical copies of this game. Not only is it impossible to get from them, but getting the ESRB rated version, the North America version, is an extra challenge as well. You won't see a lot of those on eBay. Most of them are PEGI rated, which is European. And once again, I'm talking about like brand new unopened ones. You could find used ones for cheaper, even though I noticed that used Moss copies are still kind of up there in price. But I expect that Moss probably will get ported over eventually, because this is a pretty prominent VR game and the devs know that, but you never know. And an example of why this is kind of a big deal is to take a game like this, Silent Hill, on the PS1. I paid $150 for this. It's used. It's complete in box though, which is a big deal. CIB means complete in box, which means it came with everything the game originally came with, including things like warranty and registration cards. And the only way to play this with a disc in physical format is to own a PlayStation 1, because it has not been re-released. I know it came out again digitally in the PlayStation Store, like during the era of the PS3 and whatnot, but yeah. And if you want to get this like near mint condition, this is in good condition, but if you want to get it near mint, expect to pay well over $200. And if you want to buy it sealed, brand new, expect to pay, from what I've seen recently, $1 to $5 grand. And obviously I know there's emulation and all that. I could play this on my Nintendo Switch actually, because I have it hacked. But if you're a collector and you want some OG titles from your childhood or whatever, then you're gonna have to put up a pretty penny for some of these older PS1 games, and we'll have to see what happens with games like Moss. You know, if they come out with like a Pixar style movie or like 5 sequels or something down the road, then, you know, this might be a good thing to add on the shelf, the display shelf, that is. Some of the other games I got here is Form and Twilight Path, a duo pack, brand new, sealed, unopened, and I wanted to make sure this is in the collection. I also got Altadeus Beyond Chronos. Had to get this on playasia.com. As you can see, there's some Japanese there, so you cannot find this in North America. I also got Carly and the Reaper Man from Perp Games, because once again I had to resort to eBay for this, because it's like impossible to find, and I really liked the artwork on it. I did cover this game. I don't know if it's don't think it's coming into focus, but definitely wanted to pick that up, and I got a bunch of other ones as well sitting on the display shelf. But yeah, I'm not saying this is a guarantee or like these things are gonna, like, I'm not giving financial collector's advice, but you know, if you like to have something, maybe you're young and the PSVR is a pivotal thing in your childhood, you should definitely maybe ask your mom and dad to get you a brand new copy of Moss from eBay. Speaking of Silent Hill news, you may have seen the presentation they had recently where they announced a full-on remake of Silent Hill 2. And, you know, even though I personally would have preferred a remake of the first game, it does make, I guess, the most business sense for Konami to redo the second game, just because it has a huge fan base. And I guess some people are expressing some concern with Bloober Team doing the game. And if you don't know, they're the same studio who made the game The Medium. And, you know, I've never played it, but it seems to have gotten some pretty good reviews on Steam. A little more shaky on Metacritic. The user reviews are at a 7.0. The game really didn't get a lot of attention, though, I remember when it came out, it got some, you know, it got some positive feedback, but then it just kind of went under the weather. And, you know, I've been meaning to replay Silent Hill 1 on my modded Switch, which I will get around to after I finish Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yes, 2, not 3, because when 3 came out, I saw the reviews, and I said I gotta play 2 first. I already beat the first one, Definitive Edition, like 2 years ago. So I'm working on that, and I've got some, you know, fond, nostalgic memories for sure in regards to Silent Hill. I'll never forget the first moments. I remember when I first heard the phrase Silent Hill. I went into Electronics Boutique in my local mall, and I was looking for Resident Evil 2, I think, and I was talking to the employee or whatever, and he's like, dude, have you heard of this new game that's coming out, Silent Hill? It's supposed to be like 20 times more scary than Resident Evil 2. And if I didn't have that interaction with that guy, I probably would have never tried Silent Hill, because once it came out, my brother and I and a friend, we went and got it, or we got it, but then we invited my friend over, and we all played it. What we would do is we would wait till the parents go to sleep, then we'd hit the lights, pitch black in the room, and we'd take turns passing the controller around, playing Silent Hill OG on the PS1. And I remember we were just so freaked out by the little, like, I don't know if they're children monsters, but there's these little, like, monsters in the school with knives. Like, those freaked us out. So maybe I won't play it next, actually. No, I probably will, you know, because the visual fidelity in modern horror games are so much more scary now that a game like PS1 Silent Hill isn't all that scary, in my opinion. But if it's too much, I might just go back to Disney Dreamlight Valley. I don't know, we'll see, because I'm also playing that on the side. Lastly, just a heads up, I'll be dropping my PAX West montage video here coming up shortly. Look out for that if you want to see what PAX West is like and how it is getting close to back to normal post-COVID. So that's all for this one. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you are new to my channel and are interested in VR or gaming in general, be sure to subscribe to my channel for all of my latest updates in the future. Thank you once again. Till next time, peace.